So unfortunately, this is the third time I've had to film this. The first time, the microphone wasn't working for some inexplicable reason, and then the second time, my camera decided to go on VGA quality, so when I chucked it up on the computer, I finally found out the quality was absolute ass.
This is going to be kind of more of a story time about how I was actually bullied by a certain vegan group.
So here I am doing a random little story time video. I haven't done a story time in a long time. I thought I'd sort of get back into that by doing vlogs a little bit more often than not, because a lot of people have been requesting me to do vlogs a lot, and I've kind of just put it off with laziness and whatnot, so I'm getting into it with this first little kind of semi-story slash it was just a comment that I made in a Facebook video, but it sort of sparked off a bit more than that. Anyway, this is a video response to Sarah Hawkinson's Bullied by Vegans, and you can tell already where this is gonna go. Very controversial topic. I'm personally a very open-minded person. I don't mind if you're vegan, vegetarian, meat eater, whatever it is you want to be. That's your own personal lifestyle choices. Good for you. You're making the world a better place in the way that you see it to be a better world for, you know what I'm trying to put. 420, okay? I'll just put that out there right now.
Marge, I just realized I am the O in the word now.
Yeah, so excuse my fuck-ups. Anyway, like I said, I'm a very open-minded person, so any lifestyle choices that you really want to go with, I have no problem with that. But the one thing I think that really is getting closer and closer to that point of irritation or beyond is when people post mutilated animals daily. Not even daily, like all the time. Every time I pop up in Facebook, it's in my news feed. It's in like a new page. I'm not even liked. I haven't even liked or something like that, and it's being promoted with like a ton of money. I don't even know how they get it promoted so much, and it's barely got any likes. It's barely got any like views if it's a video, and if it does have a ton of views, then it's got a ton of negative people in the comment section. I don't want to be fucking reading that shit. But anyway, I put something in the comments section below a clip of Earthlings. Now, I actually liked that documentary. It was pretty good. It was very informative. You know, it hit all the right points. But I don't want to be watching, you know, like clips of like chickens getting their heads cut off and shit constantly.
Look at that boy, running all around like a chicken with its head cut. Wait a minute.
Now, I'm personally a meat eater. I don't like promoting slaughterhouses and cruelty to animals and all that jazz. I just want to just be who I am and just, you know, have people deal with it. I've got vegan friends, I've got vegetarian friends, I've got people who like, you know, just eating fish and nothing else. Except for, obviously, you know, the occasional everything, and just meat-wise, they only eat fish. But in response to that clip, I'd seen it maybe 3 or 4 times that same day, and it just frustrated me at this point. I just thought to myself, you know what, fuck this, I'm going to YouTube, so I'm gonna look up this particular clip.
He's very lucky you got him here when you did. He was in a very advanced state of vaginitis. Vaginitis? It occurs when a person stops eating meat. Those sores on his skin were actually small vaginas. If we hadn't stopped it in time, Stan would have eventually just become one great big giant pussy.
Whoa, did it?
We've got an IV of pure beef blood pumping into Stan's veins and the sores are fading.
Thank God we stopped it in time.
Nobody replied to my comment for like the next 24 hours or something, but when they did, the comments just flooded in, and for like the next couple of days, I didn't even use Facebook. I was actually sick in bed, and I was pretty much knocked out the whole time. So when I came back to my phone, and I checked everything, checked my computer and whatnot, I had like a ton of notifications of all these angry people. And you know how in Facebook, when you see someone replying to something, you know, it's like, it shows a few words of the first sentence and whatnot, if you're not tagged in the comment, because if you tagged, it comes up with such and such tagged you in a comment. But then if they don't tag you when they just reply, it says the first few words of their comment, and they were all just super negative and like, go die in a hole and shit, and you're the cancer of the world and all that shit. And I was just like, I can see why they're all pissed off. I kind of very much instigated it, but I thought to myself, you know what? It's just one of those moments where someone is just like shoving some shit in your face, literally, and it's obviously the smell is gonna get right up into your nostrils. It's gonna annoy you. And it's the same thing when someone posts, you know, like pictures of dead animals and shit. I appreciate and love animals. I do. At least a vast majority of them anyway. Except for spiders. Nah, man. Huntsman's, actually, I should be more specific. Huntsman's and the ones that can kill you. I don't like them motherfuckers. So I guess this isn't really a story time. This is sort of me just having to tell you guys about something funny that happened on Facebook. It sucks that I didn't get to actually read any of the comments like properly and actually go into the post, because by the time I ended up checking the post and went to go and read all the comments, the original post of the clip Earthlings had actually been taken down or something, like maybe someone reported it, I don't know. But it sucks because I wish I had have like screen capped them and I could have done like a reading comments, like, you know, really fucking negative comments and shit. Like I could have just made something comedic out of it. You know, I could have just taken the piss out of it hard. But don't worry, I've got some other videos in the future that are lined up in that particular category of videos to do. I think that's the right set of words to create that sentence. We'll go with that. One of my friends posted the picture of the 2 beached whales that had, you know, the autopsy found out that they were filled with nothing but like plastic bags in the stomach and shit because of people littering and throwing shit in the ocean. That's fucked up, man. Just fucking put your rubbish in the bin. Use logic. But anyway, you already know what comment I made on that particular picture. I just went to YouTube and ended up looking up beached Des, bro. Yeah, beached Des.
Oh no! I'm beached, bro. I'm beached Des.
Chuck that down in the comments and oh, my friend immediately just started laughing like crazy. It was just like, dude, it's exactly what I thought. It's kind of why I put it up there in the first place.
You're beached Des. Tell me something I don't know. Boo, you're heaps beached Des. So beached.
But anyway, it's just like one of those things, you know, where people post something and you just I don't know why. You just feel like you just want to troll someone for the sake of it. Just one particular day and you're like, hey, I wonder what would happen if I just wrote this or posted this or whatever the case may be. And I thought it was funny. Check out Sarah Hawkinson's video down in the description box down below.
One day I woke up and I saw I had a tweet from this vegan community people. It's not PETA, by the way. And I honestly, when I first read it, I was like, are they being positive about it? They were like, oh look, we made this video for you. They used an old ass video from a million years ago. They took that video, spliced it up into sections where I was talking about eating fish and why I still eat fish and everything, and overlaid video footage of a dying fish.
And her channel will be down there as well. Twitter, Facebook, all that jazz in a bag of chips.
As in a chop. Yeah, chip. A potato chop. This one, chip. A chip.
But anyway, this was my random storytelling of a comment that I made on Facebook. I'll make my story a little bit better next time. But as for right now, I hope you guys are all having a mad day. Until next time, peace. Blah, 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 blah.
How many is that? 4.
And like, just random stuff people wanted to record about their lives, and that was cool and everything, and it still is cool. I think that was like the beginning of YouTube. That was the point in which people realized, hey, this can be Big Brother how I want it to be. Like, this can be a portion of my life that I can show the world, and they can appreciate it however it is they want to appreciate it. If they like it, then they can come back and keep watching more of my content, just like it is now, except back then it wasn't so vicious, and people just enjoyed it for what it was.
Damn it.
Just when you thought the fun was over and the tension couldn't possibly get any higher, Capcom decides to drop an insanely beefy 7'3" unstoppable killing machine into the mix. That's right, Nemesis. In my opinion, this guy just doesn't get as much credit as he deserves. I mean, most people's reactions to seeing a stocky 7-foot tall person would generally be like, whoa.